What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If you guys noticed something different, I actually upgraded the camera quality for the channel recently. I wasn't really too happy with how the GoPro was performing, so I went ahead and upgraded to something a little bit better. I think it captures the colors a lot better and kind of just makes everything look more interesting. We got a couple things going on, but it's actually after hours. What we have here today is Aslan's car. You guys actually have seen it a little bit in the background, but here we get to view everything that is going on. He also has a channel, so you guys can check out his stuff. But so what are you doing, Aslan?
Upgrading to Pure Stage 2 high flow turbos and silicone inlets. So we basically are getting everything up top loosened up.
Nice.
So I can access the front turbo right here, and then rear turbo is going to be accessed from the bottom. So just getting everything out of the way, basically.
Zooming in a little bit, you guys can see I actually did this same job on the E90 that we were working on earlier this week, but Aslan's car is a lot cleaner, so it's a little bit easier. But yeah, he's pretty much upgrading to Pure Stage 2 high flows. His old turbos are smoky as shit. Every time he starts his car, he starts a goddamn smoke screen. His eyes start to water every time he goes under a bridge, so he needs new turbos. So that's why he's doing that.
Basically.
So how much horsepower do you think you're gonna push afterwards?
I'm going moderate. They're capable of 700, but I only want to tune it to like 550 because it's a daily. Not to mention it's also auto trans, unfortunately. So it can't really handle more than about 500, 550 wheel before it starts to slip. So hopefully a manual conversion is in the future, but for now, just about 550 wheel.
For sure. I mean, the car already moves as it is.
More than enough, yeah.
So it's fine. And this is your daily, so.
Yeah, I drive every day.
Once in a while, or one soon enough, he'll go manual transmission, like a real man.
Damn, okay.
Hey, what tools you stealing over there? Henry, what you gonna do about that? What? Michael's stealing your tools.
What
do you need?
I need the smallest possible socket I can find.
So, Mr. Michael over here, DeVriese, actually helped me pick this camera out. If you guys want to know what camera it is, it's actually the Sony ZV-1.
I actually played him.
Yeah, basically. I should have got a Canon. He totally played me. He works for Sony. He's their #1 ginger.
Henry, you have no tools.
This bitch doesn't even know how to use tools.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
My car still runs.
Barely.
Barely.
Hey, is the check engine light on?
No.
No, that's bullshit. It was. All right, Aslan, how far have you gotten?
So we just lifted up the motor, put 3 hockey pucks resting on the subframe right here. So motor mount's free, dangling right here. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. Then we're gonna remove the motor mount bracket. And then we'll get started on removing all the lines and everything like that to drop the turbos. With coolant pipe right here, all that good stuff.
Cool. So pretty much the point that he gets to here is that you remove the sway bar, also drop the power steering rack, down pipes are out of the way. Now he's removing the motor mount like you said earlier, but right there you can actually see the stock turbos. So next step after this, you gotta do the lines and then pretty much turbos come out. You ready for that power?
Yeah.
But
honestly, like, it's already pretty fast as is, so I don't want to go too much faster. What?
What are you talking about?
We've been watching this show at my house, but since we're here, we can't watch it.
Just watch it in the waiting room.
I know. That's what I just said.
Ah. I think the most exciting part for this for you is non-smoking turbos.
Yeah, honestly, that's the only fucking reason I changed this. I'm okay with the power the stock ones put out. It's just, 1, the wastegate rattle, 2, the smoking. It was getting too bad, it was getting embarrassing. Like every time you come to a red light and you brake, a cloud of smoke just like followed. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, the last time I drove your car, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So it was getting there, but now Aslan will be working on this. He actually will be here for like 2 days, so today and tomorrow. So you're just gonna stop with taking out the turbos today?
I'm going to take out the turbos today, hopefully prep all the lines with new O-rings, all that good stuff. So that tomorrow installation's a lot easier and just ready to go. Pretty much my idea of the whole job is once I have the turbos out and new gaskets are put on the lines and everything, that's pretty much my halfway point.
Nice.
So I think that's a good place to stop for tonight.
Cool. So pretty much, I just wanted to put out another video out there testing out the new setup with the camera and everything, seeing how the quality is and just getting a feel for it. It's been a while since I've moved to a system like this. So far though, I'm really liking it. So other than Aslan's car, we got some other cars here. As you guys can see, Henry Z. We have Michael's car with his T37s and chip fender. We have the Bomies McLaren in the house over here. He's getting a couple stuff done and he'll be staying overnight. But this car is pretty freaking cool. It's got some HREs on it. He's got a new carbon bonnet that Mike stocked on it earlier today. And right now it's just sitting for storage. A couple things need to be done to the car. So hopefully we might get some videos on this thing, but I just admire it for a little bit right now. We've got the R8 still in the house. There's the E90 that I worked on. It's all good to go. Customer just needs to go and pick it up and just do whatever they need to do to it. But everything that we did to it is pretty much good to go.
What about the turbos?
Rear stage 2 high flows. They're gonna blow my motor one day. Taking out these shitty blown turbos.
Damn, that's puny, bro.
Yeah, Adam, they're kind of small. The eBay turbos were bigger.
Bitch.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed out are you?
5 or 6. Okay, so basically it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. This is my first time doing turbos, if I didn't mention that already. But
It's because you got the
it's
homies
just-
here, bro.
it's time consuming and it's like a lot of peculiar stuff.
So what are you doing right now?
Removing an exhaust manifold stud, copper. So you have to replace these when you're done. And sometimes the stud comes out with it.
What are those bushings you got right there?
Those are the Precision Raceworks ignition kit. Basically, it's like higher output, like more precise timing. So
Better spark.
yeah, that kind of thing. More suitable for higher horsepower. Yes, I got one of those.
What's up, fool?
What's up, folks?
Yeah, let me see that. Let me get that zoom up, bro. Damn.
That facial hair I got going.
Yeah, jawline on point.
He's getting there.
Damn, look at that. Shit.
We need your M4. We need your M4, fool.
Nah, bro. That thing doesn't exist, bro.
Did you drive the Civic or the M4?
I don't have an M4, bro. I have a Civic.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, dude. Come on. I'm the slowest boy here.
Yeah.
Kind of climb on top of there?
And when you start it up, it flushes it.
No, you just kind of like pop a spot.
Yeah, and then to flush it, you start the car.
Yeah.
What you looking at, Michael?
Porn.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that 2K, look at that quality. God damn.
Alright, Aslan's about to pull out the turbo.
Yep. Heat shield.
Bruh! You had me get in this beautiful shot and everything and then heat shield.
Forgot about that. Oh, the stud on it.
Copper nut without the stud? Huh? Hold on, I got you, Aslan. This is what he needed right here. Here you go.
Thank you. I'm an amateur.
Don't worry about it.
It shows. All right.
That's fucking Hey, how much power are you pushing, bro?
Got a little 500 horsepower.
Put it down. How was that?
Ready?
Fire breathing Steve! So, if you guys check out right here, Aslan actually successfully pulled out both of his stock turbos. Here's a pure stage 2 high flow. And, oh, he's actually back. You want to explain to them the difference between your stocks and the pure stage 2 high flows you have? Because aesthetically, they look the same,
Yeah.
but they're not. So, give them a quick explanation, run it down.
This is actually the exact same turbo fold. They basically just take a stock core and bore it out. I believe they might change this out, but I'm not too sure because they honestly look like identical. So I'm pretty sure they just bored out. I know for sure they had a bigger turbine, updated wastegates, basically just new seals, new everything. So it's basically a brand new turbo. It just reuses this, you know, OEM turbo fold. You can actually see they're identical. It still has the BMW stamp on it too.
Nice.
The reason they do this is because when you actually buy these, they require you to send these back to get a core refund. So that's how they keep making these out of these kind of cores. So this is a little different than like something like a Pure 600, which is really big in the market nowadays, where it's actually a whole brand new housing that doesn't use this. That's why Pure doesn't ask for cores on the Pure 600s, because this is all cast and it's.
But these make more horsepower.
Yeah, these
than
make a lot more horsepower. So these make up to 700.
Yeah, go show that.
You can actually
Nice
just see
little
this right here. Huge difference.
Look at that. You got a little tiny wheel there, and you got the Forbidden Blade in this
Like
one.
literally twice as big.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So
They got a little bullet there on the end.
they're gonna
A little
sound
velocity
amazing.
stack.
They're rated for more horsepower, all that good stuff.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm hella excited.
So pretty much as you guys saw in the last time we were touching an E90, Aslan pretty much went through the same process and dropped all that stuff, including the power steering rack, got the sway bar out of the way, went up top, disconnected all the O2 sensors he needed to do, and then he went ahead and got his turbos out. Last thing he needs to do is swap over all the lines from the old turbo to the new turbo, and then pretty much bolt everything back in, and he's ready to fire it up. And then he also actually has MHD tuning on your car?
JB4, the MHD backend.
Gotcha.
So the backend basically focuses more on like timing, things like that, plus added features like burbles, pops, whatever. But JB4's main focus is like boost. So in conjunction, it's super smooth, like a lot smoother than just JB4 on its own. And you have like a couple more options. So the MHD backend flash, you could do E85 maps. So you can run like full 85, you got port injection, all that kind of stuff. Basically, I'm not too sure, but I know like some people don't offer custom maps on JB4 alone. So it helps if you have an MHD tuner, because they could just upload a backend flash. You could still use both.
Got it. So you're going off the shelf for now, and then a Pro
I'm going
tune.
off the shelf for now with MHD, because like MHD has pretty much everything. So they even have an off-the-shelf backend flash for aftermarket turbos, which I'm going to use for like a little while until I get a custom tuner to get me my own map.
Cool.
So yeah.
Yeah. Hey Henry, I like them flames you be popping, bro. All right, we got a shit ton of turbo stuff here. We got turbos, we have the old turbos, we have the new turbos, and a bunch of different lines. Yeah. So, kind of want to explain to them how this whole process is going.
So basically right now, we're gonna move all the lines from the stock turbos to new turbos. But in the process, there's a couple things I wanna look out for, like this one on my factory turbo. You can see right there, it's just kinked. I don't really like that, so just for peace of mind, we're gonna be putting on this one. These aren't brand new, but they're basically like new. They were pulled off a very low mileage car that was given to me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use whatever I can if it needs to be replaced, like this one right here. But some of the ones like these on my current turbo, they're fine, so I'm just gonna keep using those.
So, if you guys didn't know, over here at Precision, obviously, we work on a lot of BMWs, we work on a lot of different cars. So, Aslan had the benefit of having a stockpile of turbos like this to pull shit off of for his turbos. Like, this is how many turbos we do. There's just so many of them. These are all stocks. I mean, does Pure even accept these anymore?
They could, yeah. I mean, they don't go bad just sitting right now.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Technically, it's a lot of money sitting right there. Actually.
Yeah, that is a lot of money sitting there. I mean, look, there's another turbo just chilling right there. There's an S65 motor right next to that. We actually have some pretty cool plans for that thing. Just another show-off thing here. We also have another N54 motor here that will also be having something very cool done to it. In my opinion, the E90, E92 335s are the new Honda Civics.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so many of them and they've gotten so cheap that people have been owning them a lot. But with that ownership, people don't realize that BMWs are very specific, and there's a lot of things you shouldn't really cheap out on these cars, which is why I feel like they kind of get a bad rep. I mean, Hondas are cheap. Like, I own a Honda. I know how incredibly easy it is to keep it running, and obviously my Honda's a little bit different. It's on, you know, Type R motor swap, things like that. And this is like a really clean E90. There's a lot of boof 90s out there, is like I like to call them. And they're just, if you guys buy an E90 or an E92, please, please, please treat it right and buy quality parts. For example, Pure Turbos, we work with them a lot. So this stuff is really nice. VRSF parts on this E92. There's also a Bomies exhaust. You have ST coilovers? SoloWorks. So he has SoloWorks coilovers, and this thing is, Ozan always takes care of this car. He actually babies it a lot. The one time he asked me to test drive, he was like, don't destroy my car. And, you know, he wants to take it to the track, but I had to drive it like it was on the track. Sort of, kind of. But it's got a cool diffuser here. This is a fancy wide diffuser.
It's actually from an M3, but I retrofitted it to fit 335, so you can actually see there's little, like...
It's not perfect is what you're saying.
There's little blocks right here that actually extended it.
Gotcha.
So I widened it a little bit just to make it fit.
Nice. Wait, so are you saying is that the M3 is skinnier in the rear versus the 335?
No, it's just the way that's supposed to fit. It's supposed to go underneath the fin right here.
Gotcha.
But the issue is the exhaust. The way it winds up right here, if I didn't have this, they would end right here under the exhaust tip. It would look ridiculous.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, it looks better that you pushed it out.
Yeah.
How are you liking the Bomies exhaust versus your Vanguard one before?
I really like it. The ability to just like close the valves whenever you want is really sick. That's actually my old one, like literally right there on the wall. It's a really good exhaust. It's just always loud, which was my issue with it. But I love the sound. It actually sounded really good. Bomis is basically a straight pipe, so it's a little difficult to compare the two. But I like the tone of this more when I'm like flooring it, especially on the freeway. It sounds really, really good in my opinion.
Yeah, we have a lot of cars here that come with Bomies exhausts, and
The big thing too is like where I live actually, I need to be able to close valves when I start the car in the morning because it helps a lot.
yeah, that's like the benefit of the Bomies exhaust. If you guys didn't know, we actually work a lot with Bomies exhaust systems. You guys will find their little Instagram tag thing here. I got to beat up their E92. That was really cool. That car's actually out in the front right now. But Bomies exhaust systems, like ever since I've been here, honestly, like it's been a really cool experience being able to see a lot of different R&D that goes into it. The fitment, really good. The owner of Bomies, that's actually his McLaren right there. He also made the Bomies exhaust for that McLaren. Really, you know, has good thought process on it. He goes out and quality controls and checks a lot of his products. How many cars are on Bomies exhaust now? Like we have Kennedy's. We have Kennedy's.
Out of everyone here, most of us, like I know even Mike before he had his R8, he had the E92 single turbo. He had a Bomis exhaust on that.
Yeah.
So we all pretty much run it if we can, like if it's out for our car, that type of thing. Right now he has quite a lot of models though that Bomis is available for.
Yeah. So like,
It's growing.
if you guys actually go on the Bomies website and look at some of the exhausts that they have, my future car will have a Bomies exhaust.
Yeah.
So that's a
I
car
think
that's
might
in
be
the
newest
works.
one that just came out.
Is it really?
Probably.
Oh shit.
That was a prototype that we're gonna keep on.
Motherfucker!
Oh.
Oh, nobody knows.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
cut that
we'll
out.
Cut that part out. Yeah.
I'll cut it out. Anyways, the car that I actually plan to be getting for the channel, and I'll be doing a build series on it, will have a Bomies exhaust. It's something that is definitely have been really different in terms of cars that I usually own. Usually I own 90 shit boxes. So as you can see here, Adam is actually going ahead and prying off the old turbo lines. They're always very stuck most of the time. So just be a little gentle with a nice little flat head after you remove the teeth.
Look how flat
ends.
that gasket is actually.
Oh yeah, that thing is flat.
It's really bad.
And that's why you get new O-rings with whenever you do like
Yeah.
a turbo job
So
or
this
anything
is
like that.
the install kit right here. They normally actually come all individually packed, like little baggies, but I just kind of put them all in one. These are all the new O-rings right here.
Nice.
You got a bunch of those to swap over, plus these kind of gaskets right here, which will go on this guy.
Yeah, for the oil drain.
So it's like a whole refresh too. As for the lines though, one important thing that actually a lot of people don't do, you should actually rinse these out. It's okay if you use water, you just, like if you have an air compressor, you just compress some air through it. But basically you just want to clear out any possible debris that could be stuck in here. That was a good tip that was given to me a while ago. I know a lot of people on like tutorials on YouTube don't always show that, but you should do it because like you can already kind of see right here, This is like some old oil that's kind of burnt on here. We don't know what's in here, so might as well just wash it out.
Yeah, we actually have the hot tank right back
that
there.
helps a lot. So if you have something like that, you know, use it.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know what a hot tank is, this is basically our Safety Clean hot tank. What I do is that click a switch here, pump starts going, and we have water that's always constantly heated. We have various different brushes and picks here to clean things out. But as you can see, the water that comes out of here is actually a special solution that helps break down things like carbon, oil, dirt, grime, and it's actually very effective. We clean all of our oil pans in here whenever we do rod bearings. Aslan did it for his turbo lines and a couple other things. He's cleaned heat shields and stuff. And it's just a really cool tool to have to make sure everything's really clean when you basically take apart your car, and you can definitely track things like oil spills and stuff like that a lot easier with the hot tank once you clean everything. Same, but very different. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the new setup with the Sony ZV-1. Honestly, it makes the video experience much more enjoyable for me to create these videos for you guys, so I hope you guys like it. Be sure to follow the boys here at Precision Dynamics and Precision Dynamics itself. If you guys ever want your cars worked on here with Precision Dynamics, just hit us up on Instagram, DM us, phone call, emails. That's the best way to reach us. We'll follow up with Aslan again and the update on his E90 after he gets the turbos in. Hopefully I get to record some of that tomorrow, but anyways, that'll do it for today's video. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check you guys next time.